didn't have to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne.
Hello YouTube. Someone, I think his name was Steve Fells, suggested I do videos on food in prison and the food that prisoners make. So I think I'll do that. I should actually be doing one where I actually make the food, but maybe another day. But in the Missouri Department of Corrections, they feed you 3 times a day, a 2,000 calorie a day diet, and that's if you eat everything. But most people don't eat everything. You know, so unless you got money coming in, or you got a hustle or something where you can get canteen, you're going to lose weight. I've seen it happen. Because, you know, some people don't like liver, some people don't like beets, some people don't like this or that, you know. Some people don't like the tetrazzini, or the yokisabi, you know, or the chicken al king. These are all. Now I know they have these chicken alfredo. I know they have these out here in the stores and stuff, but this is completely different. The taste is different. It's awful, you know. Not all of the food's bad, you know. Like some things they can't mess up on, like grilled cheese sandwiches, pancakes. They usually don't mess up on unless they're not cooked long enough and they're runny when you cut into them. The toast was never toast. It was just like warmed up bread, you know. It's like they was afraid to burn it or something. Or they was doing it so fast that, you know, they was wanting to get it done. Might have a little bit slight brown on it, you know. But a lot of breakfast meals included dry cereal, oatmeal, grits, farina, you know, wheat cereal, things like that. Sometimes they have eggs, or breakfast burritos, and if you got, say like you got fruit for one meal, then you're gonna get something like a cake or something another meal, or cookies or something, you know. But breakfast drinks was coffee and milk. The coffee was, you know, it was worse than the instant coffee they sold us. Lunch and supper was Kool-Aid, some type of Kool-Aid. They always served this thing called turkey ham, which sometimes tasted alright, sometimes tasted rubbery. See what other meals they have. On holidays they used to have a big meal, like it's lunchtime, huge. I mean, you'd have to have 2 plates, and now it's been reduced down to where they split it in 2. You get part of it at lunch and part of it at supper, and it's still, if you put them together, it's still not like what we used to get. I mean, they would load us up, and but now they might get a couple hot dogs, or you know, cranberries, and maybe a little bit of ham or something, you know. But we used to get like sodas, ice creams, rolls. I mean, the meals were huge, and a lot of people, you know, we all ate them, you know, but there was some people who didn't, and I think they did it more out of principle than anything, you know. I'm not going to eat a holiday meal if I can't eat with my family. I don't know, it's weird, but the holiday meals, they're not really holiday meals no more. It's just the state trying to save money, you know. And I don't even think they give the sodas out no more on the holidays. The most, as far as meals that prisoners make, a lot of it has to do with ramen soups, you know. I've seen burritos made using ramen soups and other stuff, you know. Pizzas. Let's talk about the pizzas for a minute. The most common one, unless you're in a prison where they sell like a pizza kit, which is basically the crust and sauce, you know. But most prisons don't have that. So what many prisoners will do is they'll get a chip bag, you know, empty it out, and they'll put the soup in there. You know, the ramen soup, maybe 2 or 3, whatever. How it depends on the size of the bag and how big the pizza they want. And then sometimes you have to connect bags, you know, if you want a big pizza. But they put the soups in there, and then they'll put water in there, let it soak up a little bit. Then you got to put something so it'll hold together. And that's, you can crunch up crackers, saltine crackers, Cheez-Its. You know, some people even use graham crackers. I don't really like the graham cracker ones, but you crunch them all up and get them in there. And then when all the water's soaked up, and that's another thing, you gotta make sure you don't put too much water, or you just have to keep adding stuff. Then, when it's all soaked up, you flatten it out until it fills all sides of the bag, and it'll be like a square shape. Let that set. Meanwhile, if you have a crock pot, you got other things going on. You know, you got maybe some summer sausages, chili, just different types of meats and stuff, you know, that you're heating up in this crock pot. Some people use a microwave, because just about every prison's got the microwaves, you know. So people usually, we have squeezed cheese. This is like a liquid cheese, or some people use tub cheese, but a lot of people use squeezed cheese on this. They cut the bag off so that the pizza's laid there, and then put this squeezed cheese on there, and then they'll put other stuff on there, like the meat and stuff from the crock pot. They put that, you know, the chili and stuff, put that on there. And in some places you can buy pepperoni. Some people put pepperonis. A lot of people don't, though. And you know, you just garnish however you want. You know, put whatever you want on there that you have. You know, use what you have or what you can get. Sometimes you might go to a neighbor and say, "Hey, you got this? You know, I need this. You know, I'll get you back store day or something." But you can. Some people have used tuna. I had my workout partner, he made me and Marcelia a tuna pizza. And what he didn't know is Marcelia didn't like tuna. And I really didn't like the tuna pizza, you know. I like tuna, but I just didn't like it as in a pizza. Burritos the same way. And they sell these tortilla shells, and you cook up your meat, whatever you want in there. You know, you can put jalapenos in there. That's the same way with pizza too. You put jalapenos in there. I forgot about jalapenos, pickles, whatever. Cut your summer sausages up, chili up. You know, you can have your soup in there too. That's what we usually do. Get it all in there, and then you start putting it on these tortilla shells, and you know, you make your burrito. Now what me and Marcelli, my partner for a long time, did is we would take this tub cheese, sometimes squeezed cheese. And as we're folding the, rolling up making the burrito, we put a little bit of cheese on there, and it would act as a glue. We'd cut the burritos in half, and we'd stick them into these crock pots. They'd fit exactly. The halves would fit exactly. We'd fill it up, and we'd heat it up for a little bit. That cheese would dry. The tortilla shells would form hard, and they wouldn't be real hard, but they'd stay in their shape. And then you ate them. You don't want to do it too long, or you'll burn them. And everybody, even the Mexicans, love those, and they made some fire burritos. I like their burritos too. And but there's many different ways you can make burritos and pizzas. The best pizza I ever ate was a guy who used bagels. This guy had a lot of money coming in, so he could spend a lot of money. And he'd buy a bunch of bagels, have his celly or whatever buy bagels. One time I went in on him and I helped him, put in on it. And he'd take a lot of squeezed cheese. He'd crumble these bagels up, mix this squeezed cheese with it, and stir it off and flatten it out, so that it looked like it was flat and looked like a crust. And then that was the best pizza crust I think I've ever had in prison, hands down, and I've seen a lot of them, and I'm just being honest here. But that guy, he was a friend of mine, and his celly was my workout partner. But just a little side story, that the prison we was in South Central Correctional Center, before he got arrested, he helped build it. And I mean, that's just, can you imagine being in a prison that you built or helped build, So in the wing I was in, there was a lot of Mexicans, and I got along with most of them, There's one or two of them that they wouldn't talk to nobody. But this one guy down there, he made tamales. He made all these different, and it was good. He would never tell me how he made them either. I asked him, man, tell me how you make this stuff. And he'd just laugh. I ain't gonna tell you my secrets. They called me Aliman, and I'm not going to tell you my secrets, Aliman. Well, I tried, and he never would tell me. I mean, I guess I could have. I was friends with his celly, so I guess I could have asked his celly, but I don't know if he would have told either, But there's also nachos. People, this is just basically, you buy some nacho chips and throw stuff over it, chili with some of the dogs in it, jalapenos, pickles, whatever, whatever you want, Don't do tuna, please. I'm just kidding. But I've never seen it with tuna, but I suppose you could. It's usually with chili and like I said, summer sausages and stuff, things like that. But there's all kinds of meals, that I'm sure there's some that I don't even know about, but I've seen all kinds of them, and it's just really just using simple things that the prisoners could buy, sometimes what they could steal. I never could understand people who would not go to the chow hall and eat, but they would steal from the chow hall and make meals out of the stuff that they wouldn't eat. Maybe I'm seeing things wrong or something, but maybe it tastes better when after they get done with it. I don't know, but I never could understand that. You ain't gonna eat the chow hall, but you're gonna steal the stuff and then make your meal out of it, you know. So that's all I got for you today. If you like the video, hit the like. If you're new, subscribe. Share this video. Share. I like people who share. I'm just having fun with y'all. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.